All right, welcome back to Fly Fishing Zen. My name's Bill. 2 months ago, I was looking on Amazon for a 0 to 1 weight fly rod because, as you may know from some of my other videos, I love fishing for sunfish. In order to amplify the fun of catching small fish, I like to fish with light fly rods like 4 weight down to, well, 0 weight, which is what I'm gonna do today. This was the cheapest 0 1 weight that I could find on Amazon. It doesn't even have a name brand. It just said name brand generic. It says Fly 6030/1. This rod costs $33 on Amazon. And the reel I'm using on it is one that I already had. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. A Ventic automatic fly reel. It's all right. It's fun for creeking and stuff like that because you can retrieve your fly line pretty fast. And really, it's just a fly line holder. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to test this rod, and by taking it to a little secret sunfish hole. It's kind of hard to get to. You got to do some climbing and stuff. So this fly rod right here is only about 6 feet long. It's graphite. I feel like the graphite might make it a little stiff compared to my 2 weight that I'm used to, which is a Cabela's CGR, or classic glass rod, which is a fiberglass rod, and it's very flexible. It's going to take some getting used to. So I'll probably start out just by doing some practice casting while I walk over to get into my secret little spot that I'm taking you to today. And if you watched my video, Fly Fishing After the Flood, you may have seen, if you watched it all the way to the end, I visited the same spot and without much luck, I ended up falling into the water and decided to call it a day there. I slipped off the bank. It was pretty funny though. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link that video up above. I look forward to doing this video for a couple months now. So let's go see if I can catch fish with this rod. The whole setup is probably less than 70 bucks. Let's go get at it. I have a feeling I'm going to be roll casting with this rod. This fly line is really light too. Okay. As the water gets deeper, I'm starting to see some bigger fish. Oh wait, maybe not. Alright, the first test of this rod, I guess, is going to be to see if I can get it casted all the way over there where I saw that activity. But it might be a little more challenging for this one. Oh, all right. Did he get off? No, he's still on. Here we go, first fish. Let's see. So first of all, it's not a bad little fish for this rod. Whew. You can see it doesn't bend as much as my 2 weight. So what we got here is a red breast. It's a small one, but it's pretty typical. All right, so we're on the board. First fish. Let him go. So let's move up into that protected area that I was talking about. All right, and this is where it got tricky last time, getting through these trees. So I am gonna take my hat off where my GoPro is mounted, and because I got to squat down and I don't want it to snag and fall off into the water like it did last time. I intentionally did not bring a bunch of gear, so I am traveling super light because what happened last time is I was climbing up a bank and it was kind of muddy, and I had my heavy backpack on and I started to slip, lost my balance, and fell backwards. It was quite amusing, frustrating at the time, but amusing later on when I was editing. You can start to see where it opens up back there. All right. I think I'm through a lot of the low cover. So let me put my GoPro hat back on. Tricky. Oh, that's not as muddy as I thought it was going to be, which is good because it's kind of deep. This is something I really like doing, is exploring, finding new areas to catch fish. And when it's close to my house, even better. All right, so I can already tell the water's a little dirty on top. Might have had some runoff somewhere upstream. So it's a little bit dirty. Not as pretty as I was hoping. Sometimes this area is just crystal clear, which it probably will be again this winter. But last time I was here, there were some decent sized little bass. You know, decent for this body of water. Right up in this area, actually. Oh, I see a bass down there. Don't know if a bass is going to take this topwater fly. It might, though. It might in this area. If I can get its attention. Okay. It's just kind of swimming around. It's not really looking up. It's probably not feeding on the top. It's pretty much fall. So it might be feeding on bait fish, like feeder fish, you know, like small sunfish or minnows. I might have to go subsurface just because of all the clutter up here on the top of the pool. It's got a lot of leaves and other things that are kind of similar in color as my fly. So they might just not be keyed in on stuff on the surface. And looking at the condition of this water, I'm guessing there's probably some bug hatches subsurface going on. So I might need something that floats about mid-water column. Oh, that bass just swam right underneath my fly again. If I could get a big bass on this rod and have it not break, and when I say big, I'm talking like maybe 12 inches for this area. If it was a foot long, that would be a big bass for this little hole. To me, anyway. All right. Last time I couldn't get around the other side, so I went straight through, which was a mistake that I am not going to make again. So I'm just going to bushwhack this and get around to the other side. As you can see, just from what I'm doing here, you would not want to be dealing with a 9-foot rod, or even an 8-foot rod, really. It would just become another frustration in the situation. Okay. Too many trees there. Let's go up behind here.
I don't think I've ever fished up this high in the pool. I usually stay back there. But what I can do here is stop and tie on subsurface pattern. So you can see these little ridges that are forming on this tributary here. And that's actually the limestone growing. Kind of like stalactites and stalagmites grow. As the minerals come down this creek, they hit little ridges, and once it starts growing, it'll just keep growing and form these little, I don't know, it's almost like a bunch of little dams that create these steps. And it's kind of cool, actually. I thought it was just kind of slime or mud or something, but that's actually hard lime deposits, hard limestone deposits right along there in those ridges. And it allows these small fish, the small little minnows and stuff, to kind of survive up in these pools away from the bigger fish. So it's kind of a cool little microcosm back here of life. Unfortunately, this water is not clear right now. I'll have to come back in the winter time when this is running clear. And when it is, it gets really pretty back here. Because I have a feeling there might be some pools up there that I can fish. And with this one weight, or zero weight, whatever you want to call it, that might get kind of fun. Okay, yeah, there's already fish all over it. So unfortunately, I can't really see the fish, but I know they're down there. Oh, I just got a nibble. Looks like there's a stick over there. Oh, yep, there we go. Oh, he's just super small. But oh wow. Look at that. Let me take my hat off so I can make sure I'm getting this in frame. I don't know how well you can see that, but the colors on this fish are really interesting. Looks like it's a juvenile green sunfish. You can tell by the white line around its gill flap or ear flap, whatever you want to call it, and the bright blue lining and marking around and underneath the eye. Very cool. Tiny little baby. Get him back. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Go get your big brother. There's not a whole lot of backcast area here, so this isn't exactly a... I guess I could step down in here and that might give me a little more room. Since I'm fishing downstream now. Might not affect it as much. Get over by that edge. Can't wait till this clears up in here. This, whatever this is that washed down. They're doing a lot of construction over here, so it's not too surprising that there's a bunch of muck in here. It's probably caused by the road construction nearby, which is sad really. But progress, right? What can you do? This whole central Texas area in the past 3 years has just exploded in population growth, and it's putting a lot of environmental pressure on the spring creeks that we have here, like San Gabriel. Oh, that was something big. Okay, there may be some bigger sunfish in there. Whatever that was not small like the first one I caught. It's just a little one again. Maybe, oh, we got off. It's probably a little bit bigger. It's hard to even tell if my fly is sinking with this mess on top here. I think one good rain will wash us out of here though. Haven't had rain in, I don't know, a couple weeks. Okay, there we go. Oh yes, I did not know there were long ear in here. Oh wow, this is special. Okay, y'all are gonna get a treat now. That is really a pretty fish. So beautiful. Look at all those colors. Red and orange and green and blue. Nice red eye. Very pretty fish. Alright, let's get him released. And there we go. Fish number 2 in this hole. Alright. So, we have long ear sunfish in here. That is one of my favorite sunfish to catch because they're just so pretty. It broke my fly off though. So I'm gonna have to tie this back on because it's working. Oh, this does get pretty up here. Okay. Oh, there's some minnows in here. We have life. Let's see what we can catch. I also see big spider webs, which is also a good sign. It's ultra clear over here. These little minnows are just, I don't even know what they are. Would be interesting to catch one though, just to see it. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna bite on anything I'm throwing. And it might be all that's back here is minnows, because this is really shallow. there's a bass. What? Those might be baby bass. Oh, dang. Oh, come on, that's barely hooked on there. There might be a deeper pool up ahead, so let's go climb up those falls and see what we find. I have never fished this high on this little creek. Okay. All right. Looks a little promising. Seeing small fish in here. Catch anything, but if I did, it would be pretty fun. Okay, I'm seeing some. Oh, there we go. Got something. Let's see what we got. All right, this is green sunfish. Oh, maybe a bluegill. Ah. I think it's a green or a hybrid. There we go. Okay, I got one hooked. There. Pretty. Pretty green. There we go. Okay. See another pool up there. It looks pretty good. Oh, I see a big snake. That is definitely a moccasin.
More than likely, this was just a diamondback water snake, which is pretty common to this area. But if I don't know exactly what kind of snake it is, I assume the most dangerous.
He slid right up in a hole right there. It's another thing you got to look out for when you're creeking like this, is you're not the only one back here. There's definitely some other predators, and that was interesting. So good to know. I will be on the lookout for those. It's fall, so snakes are going to be active. It's not winter yet. Looks like there might be one more hole up here, if I can even get to it. This is kind of deep. darker than I expected. Seeing sunfish here. Oh boy. Okay. Look at this hole. Sometimes you just gotta explore to find the interesting spots. Let's get a up top view of this. Okay, it's very sunny, so I'm sure birds are an issue here for the fish, but I'm seeing a lot of fish down in here. So let me keep my shadow off the water while I get set up. A little bit of a challenge. If I can get it up there, just right at the edge. You gonna eat it? That one finally took it. He was like, I can't take it anymore. I have to eat something. Alright, it looks like a green. Let me get down here and get my hand wet. Oh man, I'm snagged up on everything. Yeah. Yep, green sunfish. Pretty. Here we go. Another fish in this pool. Alright, so I got one out of here. That's good enough for me. Because I'm not going to climb up there. I don't think there's any big holes up there. I might climb up there, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I see what those little fish are queuing in on. See all these little bugs in here in the water. Not sure what they are, just little, some kind of little things. It flows down there, it goes, they get washed down in there, and then these little fish come up and just nibble on them right there at the base of the fall. Kind of cool. Okay, I'm seeing what looks like some kind of little marsh grasses up here. So there might be some standing water. Oh yeah, look at this. It's just a wetland area up here. Just a big filter. Filtering all this water pouring down into that pool. Alright. I'm going to end this video here up in this beautiful little spot here out in the woods. As far as creeking goes, I think for $33, this little graphite rod with no name brand off of Amazon, made in China, I'm sure. One thing to notice that I like better than my Cabela's CGR is the reel seat. Look at this reel seat. That's a high quality reel seat for a $33 fly rod. At least I think. You can see the, looks like carbon fiber kind of pattern under there. I don't know whether or not it's carbon fiber. It's probably just a pattern or something. But it's got the two nuts for the reel lock. So that's just already an improvement over my CGR. which cost me close to $100. So for just creeking, just catching sunfish, I think this is a no-brainer. I really like this rod. Anyway, if you're still watching, thanks for watching till the end. Subscribe or whatever. And I look forward to putting out more material soon. Have a great day, everybody.